Hey guys, welcome back to Puffetlana, and welcome back to Steam Prison, where we are, I think, we're nearing the close of Elt's story, unless Finn shows up and kills everybody again, but we will see. So we're in the, assembly area, and we're going to talk to the higher-ups, I think. It was the same location we had gone to for a party sometime prior, but now it was filled with people I didn't recognize. 皆様 Oh god.
今日はお集まりくださりありがとうございます。
This fool.
バーレンティン殿、倒れられたと伺ったのですが、お元気なようですね。
ええ。ですが今はこの通り、健康そのものです。今日、下界の代表たる皆様にお集まりいただいたのは、こちらの件です。
Eltcreed extracted a piece of paper sealed in red wax from his pocket.
これは今朝方、上界から届いたもの。我々リベラリタスが捕らえたハウンズを無条件で解放しろとのことです。
なんと傲慢な。解放する必要はありません。すぐに全員の首をかき切り、上界へ送るべきでは。
Yes, woman, whoever you are, yes, I agree. Cut Burger's head off and send it back to them.
かき切るなど野蛮な。ここは穏便に済ませるべきでは。
そうです。あちらにはユネ様がいらっしゃるんです。彼の怒りを買いたくはありません。
The representatives began to debate among themselves, completely ignoring Eltcreed. He looked around and dramatically cleared his throat.
僭越ながら、本件に深く関わった者としてご提案したいことがあります。この場にいる皆様、および下界の人々の代表として、俺が上界へ出向きます。
君が？
ええ、事の発端はリベラリタスですし、無視するわけにはいきません。
なるほど。だがそうだな。無策で行かせるわけにはいかない。
He turned towards me.
代表者のみで話をしたい。その娘を退席させてくれないだろうか。
わかりました。ねえ、入り口で待っていていただけますか？
With the representatives in private, that was reasonable. I could hardly remain. Reluctantly, I stood up, bowed, and left the room. After the meeting, Alt and I walked home together. I withdrew to my room immediately. Elt's going into the Heights. I was going to accompany him as his guard, but it made me uneasy. We were going to leave the next morning. Obviously, time was critical, but for me it was too early. He said he needs to meet them in person, not negotiate by letter. I understood the need for that, but he was going into the heart of the enemy. He was a diplomatic envoy, so afforded all protections that came with that role. I didn't expect him to be in danger, but I couldn't be certain that there were no plans being made by anyone. What's Elt's plan in all of this? And not just Elt either. I didn't know what any of the other representatives were thinking. Apparently none of them opposed the plan. Rather, the opposite was true, and they enthusiastically supported it. The Heights. I've become so used to the depths, going back now. I knew I needed to sleep as soon as possible, but I was still wide awake, my mind racing. I should have a warm drink. Someone is there. I can hear voices. It's Elt and Ulrich. I approached them. I wanted to call out, but they looked very serious as they talked in hushed voices. It must be about something important. Ulrich was Elt's eyes and ears in the city. A more or less confidential discussion wasn't hard to imagine. Why do I have such a bad feeling?
あ、
あんたいたん
Ulrich put his hand on Elt's shoulder as he passed, ending the conversation. He was leaving quite quickly. I assumed the conversation had involved me somehow. What are you talking about? Or I will leave, or let's walk with Ulrich. Fuck it. You know, like, Ulrich, he's my favorite anyways. Let's just... I don't want to talk to you, Elt. Oh, well, he liked that anyway. Jesus Christ. I'm sorry I interrupted you. I'll walk you to the door.
いいよ別にすぐそこまで送られても意味ないし話なら大体終わってた
やれやれ。彼女の行為をよくもそこまで無下にできますね。男の風上にも置けません。
うるさいな僕は風下の方が好きだから別にいいしどうでもいい
ウルリク、今回ばかりは真剣なんです。よくよく考えて行動してくださいね。
Oh God.
覚えられたら覚えとくじゃあね
Oh, bye.
彼はいつまでも子供で困ります。
I just wanted to talk to Ulrich for a bit. God damn it. Serious? I wondered what kind of discussion they had had. What were you talking about with Ulrich?
上階についてです。どういった場所かなど事前に知っておきたいと思いまして。
What kind of place it is? Shouldn't you have asked me then? Besides, Ulrich hates the heights. I wouldn't expect him to know much at all.
その通り。彼が口にしたのは文句ばかりでして、
He's
有力
lying.
な情報は得られませんでした。
He's totally lying. Elt laughed and put his hand on his forehead. He seemed embarrassed. But that's all. He doesn't act suspiciously otherwise. Elt was normally the type of person who would have talked to me about the heights. It made no sense to ask Ulrich. Besides, the word serious stands out oddly to me. I hoped it was nothing horrible and looked up at him. Should I tell you about the heights then?
ありがとうございます。ですけど、明日も早いので、もうそろそろ寝ようかと思います。
I don't like how he's keeping secrets. I feel like that's weird, you know?
君はまだここにいますか？それとも、俺と寝ます？
It's been half of a day. Your back is still open. Go to bed and rest. I won't.
そうですか。少し残念です。では、おやすみなさい。また明日。
Okay. Good night. There he goes. I wanted to talk to him. Had the vague feeling what he had said had been a distraction tactic. No, I shouldn't be suspicious of others. I decided to eat something and go to bed. Where's Finn? Where did he go? He went from, like, creepy, crazy weirdo to, like, non-existent. Morning arrived. I decided not to be suspicious of others, and especially not of Elt. But even half a day later, I felt uneasy and restless. I hadn't slept well, and decided it was time to ask him directly. Good morning, Elt.
おはようございます。
Oh God.
おや、どうしました？顔が怖いですよ。
Wow. I didn't sleep well last night.
どうしてです？悪い夢でも見ました？
I decided I'd talk to him, but I don't really know what to ask him. Elt looked at my hesitation and shrugged. I didn't sleep badly because of nightmares. I kept thinking about you.
俺が？このタイミングで告白されるとは驚きですが嬉しいです。
Love?
付き合うなら結婚を前提でいいですよね。どういう結婚式にしましょうか？小さなもの。それよりも盛大な方が好きですか？
Stop trying to dodge the question! Oh, no, that's not why I was thinking about you. Gosh, Elt. I felt exasperated, and then the penny dropped. Perhaps he really is trying to distract me from something. There was something he didn't want to talk about with me, That explained his odd choice of topics. What I kept thinking about was the way you and Ulrich behaved yesterday evening.
行動なんでしょう。よく覚えていません。
Really? If you don't remember, I'll jog your memory. Yesterday, quite late at night, you were talking to Ulrich. You told me that you were asking Ulrich about the heights. I don't believe that's true. If you had wanted to ask someone about the heights, you would have asked me. Am I wrong? You both looked very grim yesterday. It was not a pleasant or easy conversation. Will you tell me what you were talking about? I want to help you, Elt.
君に力になれることは何一つありませんよ。
Ouch. What does that mean?
俺の上界への旅は片道なんです。きっと生きては戻ってこられません。
What? But that can't be.
どうして否定できるんですか？君は上界をどこまで知っていると言うんです。出身だからといって深淵までは知らないでしょう。行き先は相手の領域。万が一捕まった場合はなぶり殺されたり、
Oh my
恥ずかしめを受け
god.
る前に自殺をしよう。実行に至らなければいけない時のために上界の人間を道連れにできるよう小型の爆弾を持っていこう。そういう話をしていました。
You can't be so negative. Why would you think that you're not coming back alive?
君の故郷を悪く言うのは気が引けますけど、政治とはそういうものですよ。単身で赴く俺は格好の餌食。
Good god.
交渉材料
dude.
として利用されるだけです。ですから君はついてこなくて結構です。意味なく危険な目に遭わせたくない。無駄死にに付き添う義務もありませんし。
I won't let you do this. Why would you go there to be killed or commit suicide?
望まれたからですよ。俺は今回の騒動の発端にあるリベラリタスの代表で責任を取る立場にあります。先日他の地区の代表に要請されました。最悪の場合英雄として果てろ
Jesus.
と。
Oh my god. Die a hero?
上界での俺の死をきっかけに人々の放棄を煽るそうです。その怒りを武器に上界を倒すのだとか。俺の死後の話ですから方法など詳しくは省かれました。
That's absurd.
いいんです。人の上に立つようになったから俺の命は俺のものではなくなりましたので。
Oh god.
銀行頭取バーレンティン家当主リベラリタス代表。そんな俺の行動一つで人々の生活は変わり称賛も誹謗も俺次第です。偶像のエルトクリード・バーレンティンを守るためにはこうすべきなんですよ。
No! No, you're wrong. If you die, it's all over. If you die, everything is lost for you. I can't let you die for other people.
できるできないの問題ではありません。君は護衛だ。意見する立場にないはず。
Ow. No, it's my job to guard your life. I won't accept any threat to your life, even if that threat is you yourself.
だったらどうする？泣いて懇願されても俺の気持ちは変わらない。
I have no intention of appealing to your feelings. I challenge you to a duel. I will not let Eltcreed Valentine throw his life away. Oh, God. We stood among the flowers in the garden of the Valentine residence, about to cross swords. I was the clear favorite due to my experience in Elt's lingering wound, but Elt didn't complain, didn't request a handicap, and took his sword. Doesn't he want to win? Or does he have some abilities he hasn't shown before? Whatever it was, I had to focus. I had to win this duel.
そういえば、以前にもこうして剣を交えましたね。その時は確か、俺からお願いしたのでしたね。君の実力を知りたいと。そして今回は君からお願いされた。なんだか不思議です。
What's wrong with you, dude? Don't fight me. Oh,
負けるつもりはありませんよ。俺が守りたいものに対し、君が守ろうとしているものの命は風のように軽い。
Life isn't comparable to dust in the wind. We all have only a single life. I won't let you die for no reason.
そうですか。いいでしょう。ならば力ずくで奪い取るまで。
Whoa. Elt closed the distance and made a wide sweep with his sword. I leapt back to dodge and went on the counterattack. Ha! Ooh, picture get.
俺を生かしても無意味。他人の怒りを買うだけだ。
You're not their one and only defender. Don't lose sight of what's important. With you gone, then everything you've built will be destroyed.
それが人々の幸せなら。
And with you dead, you won't know the difference.
だったらどうしろと。
Survive, Eltcreed Valentine. Survive and struggle and you will find an answer.
無責任な。理由になっていない。
Death answers nothing. Death is an escape. Death is cheap. It's just an eloquent excuse. Nothing about it is beautiful. Don't lose your life over nothing. If you do that and die, I'll cry.
それでも俺は。
Elt's face was suddenly contorted by pain and he went down on one knee. Elt!
来るな。まだ決闘中です。来ないでください。
He breathed heavily, still unable to stand up. His body was heaving.
こんな大事な時にどうして。
感知しないまま動けばそうなるに決まってるだろう。
Ulrich. Oh, wow. I said exactly what Creamy was gonna say. Ulrich.
その剣はしまってエルトも決闘はこれで終わり。いいな。
いえ、まだ。
背中の傷が開いたんだろ。何をどうしたってあんたの負けだ。
ウルリク、君は彼女の味方なのか。
バカじゃないの。僕だって決闘の意味くらい知ってるし、ボコボコにされるまでもなく負けるのはあんただから。面倒を省こうってんだよ。その証拠にほら。
Ulrich took out a small box.
爆弾ちゃんと調達してきてやった。無駄になりそうだけどさ。
Bomb? No way. That's a music box, right?
オルゴールに見せかけてるんだ。手のひらサイズだけど結構強力で容赦なく何でも吹き飛ばす優れもの。
He put it back and looked at me.
部屋に連れてって寝かせる。さすがに僕もエルとは抱えられないから手伝ってよ。
Okay. I sheathed my sword and looked at Elt.
まだ負けと決まったわけではありません。受け入れがたいですが、従う以外道はなさそうですね。
Elt cast a disappointed look at his sword. I was torn between satisfaction and pain as we carried the grimacing Elt back to his room. We put Elt down on his bed. Adage arrived soon after. He took a look at the wound, which should have been healing peacefully, and grimaced.
バカだな。
Yeah.
わかる。エルとはバカだ。
Yep.
聞き慣れていたつもりですが、二重奏となると答えますね。
安静という言葉の意味を知らないのなら、一度辞書を引くことを勧める。 この調子では治るものも治らない。
すみません。
言葉ではなく、行動で示せ。
すみません。
どうして全開を待てないんだ。死に急いでいるのか。なぜ黙る。あんたたち、理由は知ってるか。
Uncertain of whether I should speak, I glanced at Ulrich. Ulrich.
エルトは上階へ行って爆弾使って自殺するつもりだったんだ。
自殺。バカすぎる。この治療は無駄ということか。
Well, you see...
ありません。彼女と決闘し負けてしまいましたので、上階へは行かないことになりました。
On the one hand, I felt bad because of how disappointed Elt sounded. On the other, I was glad I'd been able to stop him. My mother and my father are both dead. Once you die, it's the end of everything. Only memories remain. Elt was too important to me. I couldn't allow him to walk to his death. Even if he hates me now, this was the right decision.
なんで自殺なんか。自虐が趣味なのか。
I kind of like this guy.
いいえ、俺は至ってノーマルです。ただ、この地を救うには、俺が死ぬのが手っ取り早かった。ただそれだけ。痛い！
Adage had pinched Elt's neck. Adage!
傷口をえぐってやろうかと思ったが、我慢してやった。痛いって感じるなら人間である証拠だ。人間だから万能じゃない。血管がある。怪我もすりゃ血も出る。不死でもない。ぼーっとしたっていつか死ぬ。俺は腐っても医者。命を粗末にする奴が嫌いだ。ムカついたから嫌がらせしてやる。俺がいる限り、絶対に死なせはしない。
そうですか。言うだけの人はいいですね。他に方法が思いつかないから自殺の道を選んだというのに。
何のために生きてるか考えろ。自分の人生をどこまで他人に削っていいものかってな。結局奉仕精神なんて自己満足 G でしかないんだよ。頭良さそうな顔してるのにバカすぎる。考えが足りないならもっと考えろ、大バカ者。
It's just so rude. He's like, you're an idiot, you moron, you're so dumb. I don't think I've ever met such a rude doctor. And we're gonna stop here. Honestly, oh man, this route has been like a strain on like emotionally, I feel, because it's so weird to me that Elt would act so out of character. Like, I don't feel like it's normal that he's like, oh, I should just die for the best of the people and etc. Like, he's a people pleaser, yeah, but I don't see him being like this depressed. I don't know if it's because his wound is bothering him so much so he feels like really powerless, but it just seems kind of weird to me. Next episode, I guess we will, I don't know, just get insulted more by the doctor. Woo!